So an iron column of annular cross-section has an outer diameter of 200 mm and is subjected to force of 75 kN. So find the thickness of the wall if the allowable compressible stress is 10 MPa. Ayan na naman. So meron tayong thickness and then outer diameter. So therefore, that is a hollow. Okay? Or involve yung outer, involve yung inner, involve yung thickness. So again, you will decide if the area involved is a hollow or, okay, so a disc. Okay? So again, based on keyword, so pag may nakitang shear, automatic, that is disc. Pag may nakitang tensile or compressive, automatic, that is hollow. Check mo lang yung keywords mo. Okay, so dito, so compressive. Ibig sabihin, that is hollow. Okay, so ganun po ulit yung gagamitin natin. So at hollow, so ano ba ang hinahanap? Thickness. Okay, so area is equivalent to pi over 4 times our outside diameter square minus our inside diameter square. Okay, also, so outside diameter is equivalent to inside plus 2p. As we can see on the problem, so we have an outside diameter but we don't have inside diameter. Okay, so since ang hinahanap po, engineers, ay thickness, so pwede nating i-derive dito. So such that the inside diameter is also the outside diameter minus twice of our thickness. Okay, so substitute natin doon, one unknown na tayo. Okay, so again, so stress is equivalent to force over area. Substitute. So time to time, gagamitin ko po yung conversion dito para masanay tayo. Kasi magandang gamitin yan. Okay, para hindi ka na nagko-convert, no? Okay, so therefore, i-try natin yan. So stress natin, so yung unit ay millimeters. Okay, may turo naman na ng mga different subjects on ESAS, yung unit analysis. So kaya I hope kapasado na po natin. 10 MPa, that is also 10 Newton per square millimeter. Okay, again, kung nalilito, so doon ka sa mas sanay ka. Okay, this is equivalent to our force, 75 kilo, or times 10 raised to 3 in newtons, divided by our area, so pi over 4 times our outside diameter. So meron tayong given, so 200. Okay, naka-millimeters. So outside diameter, square minus our inside. But again, our inside, that is 200 millimeters also. Okay, minus twice of the unknown thickness. Square. Okay, again, so one equation, one unknown, so Shipson. Newton. So solve na natin si thickness. And huwag na magpakahirap. So, pwede mo naman nang i-ship solve. And kasi dito sa strength of material, so yan lang yung aasahan mo. Ship solve at saka calc. So, wala na tayong mga mode 3.3, mode 3.5, katulad nung math. So, kukunti na lang yung Caltex sa ESAS. So, kagandahan naman, so pagdating sa solving, malayong mas madali sa ESAS compared sa mathematics. Okay? Ayan, so yung mga binibigay nila sa mga board exams, so usually mga basic foundations po sa ESAS. Kaya sana alam po natin yung mga yun. So 12.75 millimeters, that would be your letter. Okay, so then syempre, kailangan nagbabasa tayo ng objectives kasi, so usually, sinasabi naman na ng mga ibang lecturers, so mataas yung percentage, mas mataas yung percentage ng objectives compared to the solving sa ESAS. So sa EE, madami ding objectives. Okay, sige, that is your number 6. Next one, so number 7. Okay, so a steel tie rod on bridge must be made to withstand a pull. So pull is also force. Okay, of 5,000 pounds. Then also based on the unit, no? So find the diameter of the rod assuming a factor of safety of 5 and the ultimate shear stress or ultimate stress of 64,000 psi. Okay, dito, so wala tayong nakitang keywords. Okay, or any indications na hollow po yan. So pag wala, again, we will assume solid. So pag solid, so yung area natin, pi over 4 d squared. Okay, so meron tayong binigay ulit dito na safety factor. So kunin natin si allowable. Okay, so safety factor, that is the ultimate stress. Okay, so ultimate stress divided by our allowable stress. Okay, so therefore our allowable stress now, this is 64 psi divided by 5, 12.8. So 12,800 psi. Okay, so again, equating that on our formula of the normal or simple stress. So nga pala, simple stress or normal stress, the same. So we have 12,800 psi is pound force per square inch. Ayan, this is equivalent to your force, 5,000. Okay, pound force divided by area. So ang hinahanap ay diameter, so solid, no? So pi over 4 times the square of the diameter. Again, Shipson. So 12.8, that is equivalent to, so we have 5k over pi over 4. Okay, 10 then times x squared. So Shipson, 3.7. Okay, so sagot ay 0.71, yes, on letter D. Ay 2920. Okay, and then yung mga different iilos natin. Okay, ganun din yung mga acronyms, no? Basa-basa lang ng objective. Okay, so next, si number 8. Again, parehas po ng solution sa number 5. So yun nga lang ay ito hindi po siya nakakilot. Okay, so di ba nung college, strength of materials, I think 5 units, no? Kaya madami talagang topics. Ayan, okay, so dito na po magsa-start yung mga iba't ibang topics natin. Okay, so number 9, what modulus of elasticity in tension is required to obtain a unit deformation of 0.00105 meter per meter from a load producing a unit tensile stress of 44,000 psi. Okay, ayan. So another topic natin. Okay nga pala, so yung objectives ng strength of materials, isama nyo rin yung materials, engineering materials. Okay, so yung formula na gagamitin natin dito, so ilalagay ko na lang siya na may mnemonics na mas madaling ma-memorize. Okay, stress is EE. Ayan, makaka-relate lahat, no? Mga reviewees. Okay, so stress is EE. Okay, so ito po yung stress natin. Okay, and then yung E, so ito po yung tinatawag na modulus of elasticity. Okay, so different, constant po ito, no? Okay, so sa iba't, depende doon sa material na ginamit natin. So kumbaga ito yung isang, kumbaga value, okay, ng isang material wherein kung pwede siyang i-bend or hindi. Okay, the higher the modulus of elasticity, so syempre mas matigas, okay, or hindi po siya nabibend. Okay, so different po yan, again, depende sa material, o kumbaga parang density sa fluids. Di ba, may constant na density ng water, may constant din na density ng seawater, ng mercury, and so on. Okay, they are constants. Okay, so madalas na ginagamit ay steel. So minsan engineers hindi po binibigay sa problem. Okay, kaya dapat memorize natin. Okay, unit ng modulus of elasticity ay pascals. So stress din po yan. Okay, or the same as the unit of stress. So another name for modulus of elasticity ay Young's modulus. Okay, Young's modulus. So again, so the same unit, no, ng ating stress. So Pascal, PSI, and so on. Ito namang E, so ang tawag po dito, so ito yung strain. Okay? So, volumetric strain. Madami kasing types ng strain, no? Okay? So ito naman po ay unitless. Okay, so yung formula lang naman, no, yung kailangan natin. Okay, direct substitution. So, ang hinahanap dito ay modulus of elasticity. So, substitute lang natin. So, we have a 44,000 PSI. Okay, so this is equivalent to, so we have the modulus of elasticity multiplied by 0.00105. Okay, E. So, tinatawag din yan, minsan may elongation yung string. Okay, di ba? So, pag meron tayong applied stress, so hindi man natin nakikita. Okay, kunwari, pag may force tayo, so tapos, syempre, meron yung stress, no? Okay, so hindi man natin nakikita, nagde-deform. Okay, or tawag din dito deformation. So, nagde-deform yung ating material. So, sorry for that, hindi pala siya elongation but other deformation. Okay, so yan, hindi kasi natin makikita kasi sobrang liit. Okay, so sagot dyan ay approximately 42. Or hindi, meron pala sa choices. 41.905 times 10 raised to 6 PSI. Okay, letter D. So, syempre, dapat mas mataas yung, anong mas mataas dapat? Yung E or yung stress? Syempre, dapat mas mataas yung E. Okay, bakit? So, kasi pag lumagpas na yung stress doon sa E, again, magbe-bend na. Okay? Magbe-bend na po yung material natin. Fully. Okay? Kumbaga, makikita na. Okay? So, kitang-kita na yung deform. Okay? Or yung bending ng isang material na. Okay? Kaya dapat, as long as possible, so mas mataas yung E natin compared sa stress. Okay, so that is number 9. Okay, so next one, so number 10. So hollow shaft. Okay, another topic po tayo. So madami po tayong topic, sasahan nyo, madaming formula. Okay, na madi-discuss dito. Okay, so next topic tayo is sa shaft. So ito naman, yung shaft, makagamit natin to sa DC machines. Okay, so dyan natin kinukuha yung power. Okay. So, kaya parang ito lang yung topic ata na may application sa E. The hollow shaft has an inner diameter of 0.035 meters and an outer diameter of 0.06 meters. Compute the torque if the shear stress is not to exceed 120 megapascal. Okay, so at shaft, so ang tawag naman sa stress ng shaft, since umiikot po yan, ay torsional stress. Okay, torsional stress. Okay, so ito po yung stress kapag umiikot yung isang material natin. Usually, applied po yan sa shaft since umiikot yan. Okay, so para hindi kaparehas doon sa symbol ng normal, ganito na lang. Tau ata yan, tau. Okay, so meron tayong formula. So, torsional stress or the stress on the shaft. Okay, the torsional stress, this is equivalent to 16T divided by pi d cubed. Okay, so T is your torque. So, alam naman na natin yung unit ng torque, no? Okay, it can be either Newton meter or pound per foot. Okay, Newton meter or pound per foot. Ibig sabihin force times distance. Okay, gagamitin po natin yung formula na to. So, if our shaft is solid. Okay, solid. Okay, so what if the case ay hollow? So, pag hollow, ito naman po yung formula. The torsional stress is 16P divided by pi. Okay, so divided by pi, so multiplied by our outside diameter raised to 4 minus the inside diameter raised to 4. Okay, so ito naman po ang gagamitin natin if in the case hollow. In the case of hollow. Okay, so yung number 10 natin, we have a hollow shaft. So, substitute natin, ang hinahanap po ay torque. Okay, so therefore, okay, so torsional stress ito. So, kung malilito engineers, so depende po sa situation. Okay, so yung ginagamit kong units. Okay, so naituro naman na yan, no? So, kung saan yung mas madali. Parang yung kanina, ang ginagamit ko ay Newton per square millimeter. Okay? So since mas madali, okay, kasi yung choices naka-millimeters. And then the other units are also in millimeters. But this time, I will use meters. Okay, kasi yung choices, meters, and then the other units ay in meters. Okay? So, depende po yan kung saan yung mas madali. So, sana kabisado na po natin sa unit analysis. Kung hindi pa, please exert an effort to review more, to practice more, okay, so sa unit analysis. Napaka-importante po yun sa ESAS. Okay, this is equivalent to 16 multiplied by our unknown torque divided by pi times the outside diameter. Okay, so we have 0.06. Okay, both naka-SI naman na po silang lahat, no? Kaya wala nang problema. Minus 0.035 in meters, that is also raised to 4. Okay, again, so we have one equation with one unknown. So you can do shift solve or you can do calculate. Mag-shift solve na lang tayo. Okay, so we have 120 times 10 raised to 6 equivalent to 16x divided by, so we have pi times 0.06 raised to 4, 0.0 raised to 4 minus 0.035 raised to 4. Shift solve, so let's say 4,200. Oh, that's mali. Pi times 0.06 raised to 4 minus 0.035 raised to 4. Wait lang, years, so try ko lang. Raised to 6 ba? So 120 times 10 mega. Tama na to siguro. Okay. So nakalimutan pala natin. Mali pala yung formula ko dito. So sorry for that. Dapat dito meron tayong outside diameter pa. Okay. So lagyan lang natin ng outside diameter. So sorry for that. Okay, nakalimutan lang natin. Okay, so 16t, so mag-multiply pa tayo ng 0.06 dito. Okay, outside diameter outside diameter. Okay, sige. Times 0.06, so shift solve. Tama naman na to siguro. But 0.06, 16t, 120 times 10 raised to 6, 16x times 0.06. 0.06 minus. Ito. Okay, typo. Pwede na to. Ayun. Okay, so answer there is 4,500.09. Okay, so ganun. So kapag minsan natatypo tayo, no, sa pagsosolve or paglalagay sa calculator, so ulit-ulitin lang po natin. Kung masyadong madami na yung oras na nakakain, so sa number na yon, skip mo muna, no? Pwede mo namang balikan later on. So sa board exam, hindi naman dapat mag-start ka sa 1, tapos susunod 2. Okay, hindi naman dapat ay naka-order. So hindi naman po. Okay, so yan. So that is number 10. Okay, next one. So number 11. So a 2 inches solid shaft is driven by a 36 inches gear and transmit power of 120 RPM. Okay, so if allowable shearing stress is 12 KSI, what power can be transformed? Or what horsepower can be transmitted? So yung mga yan, makikita nyo po yan sa DC generator, DC motors, alternators, and AC motor also. Okay, so ito po yung gagamitin nyo later on. Okay, so again, so sa shaft pa rin po tayo. Okay, so meron po tayong formula, so power. Okay, so alam natin by definition, so power is the rate of doing work or the rate of energy. Okay, so meron tayong formula dito, so power is equivalent to 2 pi nt. Okay, so divided by 60. So define lang natin kung ano itong mga to. Itong P, so gagamit ka ng formula na yan. So this is power. Okay, dapat yung power mo naka-watts. Okay, and then N, so ito yung speed. Okay, so speed of the shaft, syempre that is rotating. Okay, so yung unit niyan ay revolution per minute or RPM. Okay, so nagamit nyo na po yan no, ng physics and mechanics, yung di ba V equals R omega. Itong omega na to, so pwede yung i-transform or pwede yung i-convert into RPM. Yan din po yan. Okay, so and then ito naman, so yung T, so nakilala na natin yan. That is our torque. Okay, so dito SI, so watts is the SI unit of power. So therefore, dapat lahat ng unit mo dito ay SI din. SI unit of torque is Newton meter. Okay, so another engineer, so power is 2 pi NT over 33,000 naman. Okay, so ito, yung power naman dito, naka-HP. Okay, or horsepower. Okay, so yung N still naka-RPM pa rin po yan. Ang magkakaiba lang dito, so since it is English, okay, so yung torque. Okay, dapat English din ito. So this is pound force foot. Okay, ayan po. And so meron pa yung isa na kapag yung isa ay yung hinahanap HP tapos yung N mo or yung T mo naka-Newton meter. So hindi ko alam yung constant doon. Pero hindi ko na in-memorize. Okay? So ang ginagawa ko na lang dito, so nagdedepende po ako sa unit ng torque. Okay, kunwari, ang unit ng torque ay pound force foot. Tapos ang hinahanap sa problem ay power in watts. Ito yung gagamitin ko pa din. Tapos magko-convert na lang ako, di ba meron naman tayong conversion sa EE. 1 HP ay 746 kilowatts. Di ba? Ay sorry, not kilowatts, watts. Also, so 1 HP is 33,000. Nagamit niyo to nung nagamit niyo po ito nung thermodynamics, pound force foot per minute. Okay, so let's apply that. So again, sa ang technique ko, tumitingin po ako sa torque. So yung torque ko ay walang given. Ano bang hinahanap? Horsepower. Okay, walang given na torque. Okay, so kasama po niyan, engineer, so shaft pa rin naman po yan. Okay, so it is incorporated along with yung shearing stress natin. Okay, basta umiikot na yung isang material mo, so meron niyang power. Okay, and then meron niyang torsional stress. Pag-combinein mo lang yan. Okay, dito, so as we can see, meron tayong speed, wala tayong torque. So I can solve torque by means of this one. So substitute. So we have allowable shearing stress. So huwag pong malilito. Hindi porke sinabing shearing yan, so force per area yung gagamitin, hindi po. Okay, tignan mo yung material. So if the material again is rotating, yung stress po niyan, it is a torsional stress. Sinabi lang yan na shearing. Okay, but it is also a torsional stress. Okay, so therefore, substitute. So 12 times 10 raised to 3. Pound force per square inch. This is equivalent to 16T. Divided by pi times, okay, ano po ang gagamitin kong diameter? Meron po tayong dalawang given, no? So it is 2 inch and then 36 inch. So syempre, ang gagamitin natin is yung doon sa shaft, syempre. Bakit, sir? Okay, kasi yung ating stress ay doon sa shaft. Okay, and then yung power natin doon din sa shaft, not on the gear. Okay? So ito po yung sinasabi ko kanina na, so at 2 inch, sinabi lang niya, so wala siyang binanggit na diameter. Okay? Or na radius. So we will assume that that is a diameter. Okay? So di ba yung shaft ganyan, parang tubo lang. Na tubo, di ba? Tubo na puro. Okay, solid shaft. So pi multiplied by 2 inch. Okay, so paki-calculate na lang po yan. So yung torque na makukuha natin dyan, it is equivalent to So 500 pi. Or sorry, 6,000 pi. Okay, pound force inch. So i-convert pa natin since ang kailangan po natin dito dapat ay naka-pound force foot. So, multiplied by 1 foot over 12 inches. Okay, ito na po yung torque na gagamitin natin. 6,000 pi divided by 12. Okay, 500 pi. Okay? So, ganoon naman tayo mag-solve, diba? So, first, identify mo yung unknown. And then next, mag-generate ka ng formula. Okay? And then i-check mo yung given. Okay? Kung unknown yung isang given doon sa formula mo, so mag-generate ka ulit ng another formula, hanapin mo. Okay? And so on. So, kung kompleto na yung formula or yung given mo, so pwede mo nang i-substitute doon sa working equation. Parang ito. Okay, so therefore, power now, this is equivalent to 2 pi times our speed, naka-RPM na. So, syempre, i-check mo din yung unit. Okay? So, dapat tama or uniform. Okay? So, keyword, isang key lang naman din dyan, no? So, para malaman mo kung tama yung unit mo. Okay, dapat tama yung or pare-parehas yung system niya. Okay, kung yung isa ay SI, dapat SI lahat. Okay, kung English, English lahat. Kung CGS, CGS lahat. Okay, kaya dapat alam din natin yung mga different units. Okay, on the different systems lahat. Okay, so sagot ay 35.89 HP. Check mong mabuti yung choices. Alas pare-parehas. So 0.89 sila lahat, no? 35. Okay, letter B. Okay, kasi sa board exam, kahit tama yung solution mo, kung mali yung sinade mo, kahit saan korte ka pumunta, so mali pa din yung sagot mo. Okay, kasi ang i-check nila dyan is, yung final answer mo is on the key answer yung na-shade mo, not on the solution. Okay, sige. So, paki-take note. So, yan po yung formula natin. Okay, on the shop. So, along with this one.